to Letters with Luster. I'm Harvey Luster. Now, this is a segment where yours truly, Harvey Luster, answers your questions, your requests, your tweets, your emails, your whatever. However you get them to me, I answers them. So, the most important one today on my tablet here, we have a question from Giggly Girl 01. Says, Mr. Luster, I also live in Kentucky, but I'm not familiar with you. Who is Harvey Luster? Well, I is Harvey Luster. But that doesn't tell you. Harvey Luster is a Louisvillian. Harvey Luster is a ladies' man. Harvey Luster is a luminous part of the New World Order. Harvey Luster is a luminous, illustrious, industrious human being. Now, moving on. From Pinky Pig says, Mr. Luster, some of us in the southern part of Kentucky have been wondering why Harvey Luster refers to himself in the third person. Well, Harvey Luster refers to Harvey Luster in the third person as Harvey Luster because, honestly, I like to say Harvey Luster. You should try it. Say it with me. Harvey Luster. Just saying it has a ring. Harvey Luster sounds nice. Harvey Luster is a beautiful combination of syllables. Am I right? Everybody should just say Harvey Luster all the time. Words like me and I, they're short, they're meaningless, they just don't sound good. But words like Harvey Luster roll off the tongue. And the ladies love things that roll off the tongue, if you know what I mean. Now, we have another one here. Let me see. This one is from Lukewarm Prince. And he says, Mr. Luster, I'm trying to get from the Bowling Green area in Kentucky up to Gen Con in Indianapolis. I need help. What can I do? Well, this is obvious. I had this conundrum myself recently. My vehicle was having some transmission problems, and I thought, this is ludicrous. What is Harvey Luster to do? Well, Harvey Luster is going to reach out to some of his fellow wrestlers and super show competitors over in the XCW. Because if you need a vehicle, of course, the Expedient Car Rental Service is the way to go. Look at these guys. We have the El Diablo, the devil himself. We have Hollywood. I even hear they may have their own IT guy up there. But those guys, look at the way they dress. They are consummate professionals. Even when they have their masks on and they're ready to hit the ring and wrestle, they is still dress shirt, tie, suit, ready to take care of a customer. And it doesn't hurt that in their employ they have the devil himself. Am I right? Now, moving on. We've got one more important question here. Alright. We have this Mr. Not So Great says, Mr. Luster, I have a personal conundrum. I am bewildered with my situation. My significant other, my spouse, my wife, has more gold than I do. What can I do? Well, Mr. Not So Great, I understand where you're coming from. Obviously, if the lady has gold, if she's wearing a belt, then the lady has greatness. And sometimes, if you don't have greatness, all you can do is marry into the greatness. Put that ring on that finger, and then you've got a little gold. A little gold belt right around that finger. That's how you think of that. You have to think about, hey, I want some gold too. And other things you can do is, get on the interwebs. Get on the Facebook. Pick up some inanimate object and talk into it. And talk some trash to someone. I know you can do that. I've heard you can do that. That's a good way to relieve that stress and make you feel like the man you should be. Because even if she has the belt, maybe you have the pants to go with the belt. Just tell yourself that. And remember that little gold belt on that finger. That'll make you feel better. Oh, I've got a tweet. One of our viewers has tweeted live. All right, what do we have here? Oh, it's Giggly Girl 01 again. LOL, LOL, LMAO, LMFAO, LOL. I will spare you. Let me scroll through. What do we have? All right. So the important part of this, skipping through all the giggling, we seem to have this question that says, Mr. Luster, we hear that the New World Order, and Wooly Bully especially, have been giving the GM, Mr. Lates, no respect. Well, Giggly Girl 01, that's not so true. You see, Mr. Lates has treated members of the New World Order with disrespect himself, not recognizing the greatness that is rising up and the potential of folks such as Harvey Luster and the Wooly Bully. Now, all Wooly Bully did was stand up for himself. He didn't say anything. He just held up his title belt and said, here it is. I've got it. It's mine. Mr. Lates, however, did not appreciate that. Mr. Lates feels like the New World Order shouldn't hold any belts. And I hear there's some folks in our own great state of the Kentucky, the bluegrass state here, that feels the same way. They feel that they've been disrespected. They've made comments to that effect. Well, that's not the opinion of the New World Order. We has broke bread with some of the kings. He has broke bread with the GPS, the Devil's Reject. We have invited them into our home. We have asked them to come and to wrestle with us. And they have joined us on many occasions and wrestled with us. The real question is, why are they so afraid of people rising up? Why are they so afraid to evolve? Well, apparently the kings, they feel like they have nothing to prove. They have titles that they've never defended, and they feel like they should just be forever the king, forever the champ, and never have to defend, never have to face anybody, and not realize that the game evolves. People get stronger. People get better. And there's always somebody hungrier for those titles. And right now, there's nobody hungrier than the New World Order. So, maybe, if they would stop talking into their random inanimate objects and focus on the competition, maybe, instead of staying in their little tight circle down there in Russellville and just playing amongst themselves, if they would take those invites a little more serious, use those as opportunities to really tune themselves and compete against others and see what's out there. There's that saying, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Well, that's true. The man can't sit at home talking into inanimate objects waiting for his woman to defend him and expect that to be all there is. The man has to get up and he has to do what he's got to do to be great. You can't just say you're great, you got to be great. You can't just go through life being great yesterday or the day before or 2016. You got to be great today, you got to be great tomorrow, you got to keep being great. And one thing about Harvey Luster that Harvey Luster can say without a fact is all the ladies know. Harvey Luster is great.